Welcome to Reason and Company. Ed Vitagliano, Fred Jackson. Fred, Vice President J.D. Vance was in Munich over the weekend, I think, and he was talking to a group of, there were generals there, other members of kind of the security team in Europe. And rather than simply talking about security concerns, maybe the war in Ukraine, he talked about what he considers to be maybe the supreme threat to Western democracies, and that is the threat to free speech. And he kind of let them have it with a little bit of a surprising tone. What was your take on that?
Oh, no question. Vice President Vance confronted them with their free speech sins, if you want to call it that. Yeah, he talked about what he sees as threats to free speech in Europe. He talked about the laws that have been put in place to basically criminalize any critique of the political decisions being made in Europe. What got a lot of attention, he went on from continental Europe to talk about what's going on in the UK.
Right.
As far as religious free speech, he talked about a pro-life person outside an abortion clinic praying silently. And he was charged and convicted. And then in Scotland, they have been warned there that if a person is in their house, which happens to be near what they call a safe zone, and they're perceived to be praying, they can be charged in their own house. It is ridiculous. Well, needless to say, his criticism of their lack of free speech got a lot of attention, and they responded. But, you know, we witnessed threats to our free speech in this country. And I think Vice President Vance is just saying neither country, United States, Europe, UK, they cannot tolerate this because it leads to very bad things.
Yeah, it's strange that we last century dealt with external threats to these kinds of liberties, and now we seem in the West to be rushing to commit cultural suicide when it comes to these kinds of freedoms we took for granted. Anyway, we will continue to watch for these kinds of dangers and fight against them. And thank you for joining us on this edition of Reason and Company. We hope to see you again next time.